I quite like Dark Souls. Phew, I'm so glad I could get that off my chest. If I don't, I end up going blind and furiously telling myself it just before bed. So Elden Ring, hold on. A key was provided for the purposes of a review. Yes, Elden Ring is something that has dominated my life for the past week, really, and I have loved every second. Okay, not every second. There is that one time where I jumped off a cliff with my spectral pony torrent, and I wasn't the best pleased with that. Then, immediately after, going down a hole in Christ knows where, I decided to fall down one of those lift shafts and proceed to lose many runes. That I wasn't happy about, but that was sheer incompetence and not the actual game bending me over a table and having its way with me. Set in the fantasy world of the lands between, it is a weirdly fantastical, body horror-laden hellscape that I love. I genuinely do. I think the world and the storytelling is actually really good. And this is coming from a man who really didn't care that much for A Song of Ice and Fire, A Game of Thrones. Yes, the R.R. Martin hangs over this one a lot, and I don't mind it. I don't mind the fantasy either. It's weird. If it's by FromSoft, I don't care about the fantasy. I still like it. And this is from a man who does not like high fantasy at all. I really don't. So you know how this excrement-based roller coaster goes. Demon Souls begat Dark Souls, Dark Souls begat Bloodborne, Bloodborne begat Dark Souls 3, meanwhile Sekiro was something to send the frighteners up Sony. Okay, I'm about to say something that's possibly a little bit controversial, but I don't care. I think it's the right thing to do. I have a little cheat sheet of From Software games that I really like. Okay, it's all of them that are available, and I have ranked them all in my head, with Dark Souls, of course, at the top. But the others kind of have a weird place, because, of course, Bloodborne sits second. But now I think Elden Ring is biting at the heels. Okay, I'll admit, Bloodborne has a better aesthetic, it has a better well, almost everything aside from performance, which is dog shit. The fact that I'm saying that Elden Ring is almost as good as Dark Souls is possibly a sign that I really liked Elden Ring. As difficult as ever, yet also oddly accessible. I have spoken all week with our editor-in-chief Alex about how the Crimson Tear flasks actually replenish upon killing one of the many people that you'll cause harm to. And it's weirdly accessible. It's weirdly inviting. Akin to Bloodborne's health system thing, where you get covered in blood and suddenly, hey look, you're getting health back somehow. This world's a bit weird and it's fantastical, but you know, stuff. Well, Elden Ring has the similar kind of thing. You keep attacking and you can get your health back, kind of. Not the same as Blood Vials, but Blood Vials were a whole different kettle of fish, and that was a system. Here, you can keep attacking the dudes in armor or the multi-limbed horrors, and if you kill enough of them in a small area, or if you kill the one big dude, you can get your Crimson Tear flasks back. Now, I know the most toxic fans will go, cry havoc and all this nonsense about how it's different and therefore ruined, and I don't care. I genuinely don't care. I think it's something better for the open world, and I think it's better overall because of the design, which in itself is a whole discussion that I could go on, but I won't use up that much of your time because I think you'll really want to get into Elden Ring right about now. So the open world is its own little character to itself. You can explore it and you can do whatever you like and see the multi-limbed horrors that you're about to face when you are appropriately over-leveled, as I happen to do. And it's great. I love the open world. I love the map thing that is there, but okay, I don't love it, I don't hate it, but it's there, and it makes some things easier, some things a bit more difficult, and you still have to remember everything where it is, or figure out where things have moved to, especially in the round table hold. But with the open world, you get that system where you have to have the Crimson Tear flasks available to replenish, because at night, some big lads come out and they want to bend you over the table and ram a poleaxe up your arse. And I love it. No longer hidden behind mist or fog or whatever it is this time. You are constantly on edge because you don't know if a boss will appear. It's an open world. It's going to have some things that are a bit less Metroidvania-esque than you're possibly used to. All of that said, I think the difficulty was a bit of a up and down roller coaster, side to side, and all that Lando Norris nonsense. However, you need to keep in mind that I was the dumbass that decided, hey, I don't need the tutorial for 25 hours, I'm just going to go off and storm Stormvale Castle and kill many bosses on the way, and I don't need your basic tutorial. Yes, when you appear in the Crypt of Horrors, well, it's not really horrors, not as you'll later see, but yes, you appear in a crypt type thing, you have a door ahead of you, and you have a pit to your right. Now, I did the sensible thing. I went to the very well lit door, and I just went, okay, that's the way out, I'm going to go that way. Turns out you were supposed to go down the pit and do the whole tutorial thing where you're told, hey, look, stealth is a thing this time around. Yeah, I didn't do any of that. I spent about 25 hours just going, whee! What have I just learned? I don't know what I've done. Despite its From Software awkwardness, I love Elden Ring. I love my adventure into becoming the Elden Lord. I love sitting there at the site of grace with Melina, the not finger maiden. Yes, she does call herself that, kind of. And it's brilliant. I love it. I genuinely do. What can I say? Go play Elden Ring. It's available now. I know I'm going to.